week 4. So another topic for the week 4 is the sum of a finite or the infinite geometric sequence. So by the way, I am Ronald C. Fernandez, your math teacher. So please prepare the following: your module 5, your notebook, and your ball pen, and of course yourself. So for this video, you will learn the sum of a finite or the infinite geometric series. So for the formula for a finite geometric series, that is S sub n is equal to a sub 1 times 1 minus the quantity 1 minus r to the power of n all over 1 minus r. Or you can also use S sub n equals a sub 1 times the quantity r to the power of n minus 1 all over r minus 1. Okay, take note sa atong formula. Okay, so formula for an infinite geometric series. So this requires formula for the infinite geometric sequence. So it is because the last term in the sequence is not indicated. So in an infinite geometric sequence, not all the sequence has sum. Okay, dili tanan infinite nga sequence kay naa siya sum. So when the common ratio is greater than 1, so again, when the common ratio is greater than 1, the terms in the sequence will get bigger. Okay, again, it's greater than 1, the sequence will get bigger and bigger, and the sum cannot be determined. So the only possible answer is infinity. So again, if the common ratio is greater than 1, the answer is infinity, the sum. But if the common ratio lies between negative 1 to 1, you can take note, we can have the sum, naa siya sum or the sum exists. So that is if r, the absolute value of r, meaning from is less than 1, then the sum of the infinite geometric sequences is possible. To get the sum, use the formula S sub infinity equals a sub 1 all over 1 minus r. Again, take note with the formula. You can use this if the ratio is between negative 1 to 1. Pero mag-go beyond the ganin na siya din meaning more than 1 o less than negative 1, walay sum to infinity niya. Wala siya sum, the sum does not exist. But if the r is between na siya sa sulod sa negative 1 to 1, the sum exists. Okay, take note sa atong mga formulas. Okay, next. So a pendulum, let's have an example. A pendulum swings through an arc of 50 centimeters. On each successive swing, the length of the arc is 85% of the previous length. So let's answer two questions. For letter A, find the total distance that the pendulum would have swung after 7 swings. So meaning, what is pendulum? Kanang orasan, kung makita niyo sa orasan, okay, kanang mag-inan ang duyan-duyan. Okay? So, for letter A, let's answer letter A muna. Find the total distance. So, we need to find swung after 7 swings. So, meaning, we need to find S sub 7. Okay? So, therefore, we need to use the formula S sub n. So, atong pangitawan ng S sub 7. So, S sub n equals A sub 1. Either sa duha, 1 minus r to the power of n over 1 minus r. So, we need to use this formula. So, our n here is 7. What is our r? Our r is this one, the 85%, Kaya ang 85% of the previous, like, meaning mo na siya ang pagkasunod na sad niya, Sunod niya sad niya nga pila iyang pag-swing. And then, our r is 0.85, Kaya that is 85%. Then, our a sub 1 is 50. Okay, so let's substitute. So S sub 7, A sub 1 is 50. 1 minus R, that is 0.85. Raised to N is 7 over 1 minus R. 1 minus R is 0.85. Okay, so if we're going to use the calculator, no, the result is 106.85 cm. Okay, so let's answer letter B. When it stops, what total distance will the pendulum have swung? So kanisha, this is an example of sum of to infinity, no? Kung magkano siya, no, mag-stop, what is the total distance, no, when the pendulum kung mag-inainanha siya, no, taman mo undang pila ka swang iya pila iyahang na total nga distance sa balik-balik inanha. Kaning letter A until ika 7 lang, no, but for letter B wala ta kawalo kung kanus siya taman mo human. Okay, so let's use the second formula. That is S sub n equals A sub 1 over 1 minus R. Okay, so A sub 1 is 50 over 1 minus R is 0.85. So therefore our S to infinity, so this is S to infinity, sorry. Okay, sorry, no, this is okay, sorry. Okay, so that is, if you're going to use calculator, no, that is 1 minus 0.85. So then divide 50 by all over 1 minus 0.85, that is 333.3 cm. No, mugid na iyahang suwang na may nana magtigtuyok for antud siya mo stop. Okay, next. A ball bounces from height of 3 meters and returns 3/4 of its previous height on each bounce. Find the distance traveled by the ball until it stops. No, kung ako no tay bula, no, naay bula, gidrop na to siya, taman wag untol-untol, taman wag untol-untol ang inana. Okay, taman mundang gid siya, no? Pila kuno ka travel niya, pila na tanan, pila iyahang ma-travel, no? Nag-start siya og 3 meters, dayon 3/4 of its previous, so 3/4 din sa 3, pila din na siya until mo undang siya og untol. So this is an example of, okay, sum to infinity. So sum to infinity is A sub 1 over 1 minus R. So A sub 1 is 3 over 1 minus 3/4. Okay, what is, so if you're going to simplify this, the result is very good. It is 12 meters. Okay, so the total distance traveled by the ball, no, until it stops, kay 12 meters. So meaning kung imo nang totalan na 12 meters na siya tanan. Bayon saan man siya pag simplify, no, that is 3 all over 1 minus 3/4. That is, okay, find the LCD, no, this is 1 na siya denominator na 1. So 1 LCD 1 and 4 is 4. 4 divide 1 is 4 times 1 is 4, minus 4 divide 4 is 1 times 3 is 3. So this is 3 over 4 minus all over 4 minus 3 is 1 over 4. Bayon sa na pag-divide sa fraction gani. So let's go back, no, again. Diba, that if you're going to rewrite that as division, no, that is 3 divide 1/4, no, tama? Kaya this is fraction magyapon na, no. Okay, so pag divide ka sa fraction, ato ni i-reciprocal ang yung divisor, then change the operation to multiplication. That is 3 times 4 over 1. So 3 times 4 over 1 is 12. So That is why we have 12. Okay? So, that's basics ng law sa fraction. Okay? So, we have tell whether if the sum exists in the following infinite geometric series. No? Kung sa mata makabalo nga nag-exist din siya if our R is between -1 to 1. Again, take note sana. Okay, so letter A. For letter A, so what is letter A? Okay, so the common, what is the ratio? Unsa iyahang ratio? No, our first term is 2, our second term is 1. Unsa gani pagkuha sa R, that is A sub 2 mano divide A sub 1. So A sub 2 is 1 over 2. So therefore, the sum exists, no? Kaya ano man, no? Sum exists because our R is between -1 to 1, no? Less than man sa 1. How about letter B? 2, 8, 16. So our second term is 8. Our first term is 2. Our R is 4. So therefore, sum does not exist. Again, magkuan lang siya if the absolute of R is less than 1. No, meaning mosulod lang siya sa -1 to 1. Dapat naara na siya dira ang imuhang R. Dili siya pwede mag-gobian. Kani 4 is nanan diri, no, greater than 1. So, dili siya mag-exist ang iyang sum to infinity. How about letter C? What is our R there? So, that is -1/2 over 1. Okay, second term divide first term. So that is -1/2. So of course, sum exists. Okay? So I hope you learn about the difference between infinite and finite geometric series. Okay, so finite geometric sequence is a geometric sequence which has a definite number of terms. To find the sum, use the formula. Okay, we have two, either sa duha. You can pick unsay mas easy. If R is 1, then S sub n is equal to n times A sub 1. If R is equal to -1 and n is even, then S sub n is equal to 0. If R is -1 and n is odd, then the S sub n is equal to A sub 1 or just the first term. Infinite geometric sequence is a geometric sequence with infinite number of terms, usually denoted by ellipses. No? Ellipsis. At the end of the sequence, the sum of the infinite geometric sequence exists only when the absolute value of R is less than 1. To find the sum, use the formula. Okay, again, take note with our mga formulas. Okay? So, for your activity, no, you will answer what I can do on page 9, A and B. So, for letter A, for each given geometric sequence, find the sum of the first, number 1, 6 terms, then second, the 5 terms. In letter B, find the sum to infinity of each geometric sequence if it exists. Okay? So we are done with our module 5. See you in module 6. See you next week, learners.